Good morning, students. Hope you all have spent the vacation safely and wisely. I'm considering that every one of you have completed the UT1 syllabus neatly in fair copy. So today we start with the half-yearly syllabus. Today I'm going to start with first chapter, that is rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are the numbers which are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q cannot be equal to 0. That means any number given in the form of a numerator and denominator, where both numerator and denominator are integers and the denominator cannot be equal to 0, is called a rational number. Then you will say, then what is the difference between a fraction and a rational number? Fraction also has numerator and denominator. So the one major difference between a rational number and a fraction is that in fractions, numerator and denominator are natural numbers, but in rational numbers, numerator and denominator belongs to integers. This is a major difference between a rational number. So let's take a few example of a rational numbers. We can take minus 3 by 4. Minus 3 is a rational number, as well as 4 is also, minus 3 is an integer, as well as 4 is also an integer. Then I take 2 upon 37. 2 upon 37, 2 is also an integer, 37 is also an integer, therefore it is a rational number. Remember student, 0 is a rational number. Why 0 is a rational number? Because 0 has nothing in the denominator, so it can have 1. 0 divided by 1 is 0, or 0 divided by 3 is also a 0. 0 divided by 367 is also a 0. So 0 is a rational number because it has numerator as well as denominator, and both belongs to integers. Then remember children, every fraction is a rational number only, okay, because in natural numbers are a part of integers only. Every fraction is a rational number, and every terminating decimal, that means 9 by 10, I say 9 by 10. If you divide 9 with 10, what you will get? 0.9. So it's terminating decimal, therefore it is also a rational number. You can take 1.43. 1.43 can be replaced by 143 upon 100. Therefore, it is a rational number. So, remember children, 0 is a rational number. Every fraction is also a rational number. Every terminating decimal is a rational number. Every non-terminating and repeating decimal is a rational number. Then I talk about positive rational numbers. Positive rational numbers. See, in positive rational numbers, both numerator and denominator have like sign. It may have both the sign negative, it may have positive sign as well. Let's see, I am writing 3 by 7. 3 by 7 is a rational number where numerator and denominator both are positive. I take minus 8 by 91. Minus 91. Minus 8 by minus 91 both are having negative sign. That is, they are having the like sign. Therefore, it is a positive rational number. Then we take a negative, if I say negative rational numbers, so we'll say the opposite of it. That means if the denominator and numerator of a rational number have different sign, that means one is having positive and another is having negative, then they are known as negative rational number. Let's have a look on in the book. Positive rational numbers. A rational number is said to be positive if its numerator and denominator are either positive or both negative. Okay children, remember, in case of positive rational numbers, both numerator and denominator should be having the same sign. In negative rational numbers, we can see the example: 7 by 13, minus 24 by minus 59, 11 by 4, minus 678 by minus 431. Then we talk about negative rational numbers. A rational number is said to be negative if its numerator and denominator are of opposite sign. If numerator and denominator have a different sign, then it is a negative. Let's see this example: minus 8 by 23, 4 by minus 97, minus 98 by 15, and 61 upon minus 14. These are the examples of negative rational numbers. Now I discuss the properties of rational numbers. We have three properties of a rational number. What that it is: if we are given with a rational number p by q and we multiply any variable m in the numerator, then we need to multiply the same numerator, same variable or the same number in the denominator as well. So p into m and upon q into m is equal to the original rational number, that is p by q. Similarly, we can multiply the way we have multiplied, the same way we can divide the numerator and the denominator of a rational number by the same number, then it does not make any change in the rational number. Third property: if a by b is equal to c by d, that means the two rational numbers are equal, then we can say, then we cross multiply. So that means a into d is equal to b into c. This happens only when the two rational numbers are equal. When two rational numbers are equal, the numerator of one and the denominator of second, the product of their product is equal to the denominator of the second and the denominator of the first and the numerator of the second. Let's have a look on the properties in the textbook. Properties of rational numbers. If p by q is a rational number, then m is a non-zero integer, then p by q is equivalent to p into m upon q into m. Similarly, we have for the division as well: p by q is equal to p divided by m upon q divided by m. Let's have a look on example. 24 by 48 is given. Both are divisible by 2. Both are divisible by 3, 4, 6, 8, 12. So when we divide What we'll get? 12 by 24, 8 by 16, 6 by 12, 4 by 8, 3 by 6 and 2 by 4. These all are the equivalent rational numbers. Third property says if A by B is equal to C by D, then A into D is equal to B into C. Student, as we learned in a rational number P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q cannot be equal to 0, is a rational number. If we consider the point that P and Q do not have any common factor other than 1, then it is known as standard form of a rational number. The rational number in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers, Q cannot be equal to 0, and P and Q do not have any factor common other than 1, then it is known as standard form of a rational number. Let's have a look on the definition in the textbook. A rational number P by Q is said to be standard form if P and Q are integers having no common factor or divisor other than 1, and Q is positive. That means one more point to be included, that Q should be always positive. That means denominator should be positive.